Oh, hello. Good evening. It's the morning. This is called Office Hours. It's a little thing we're trying out of the Patreon. We're having you submit your work stories, drama, the goopy, crazy stuff that's happening, and then we give you advice or make fun of it. But we're posting this for a regular little episode because Kyle's on vacation. Kyle's not much of a workhorse.
What's up, everybody? Enjoy this Patreon episode. This is called Office Hours. Typically, this is what we do for the Patreon, but this week I was on vacation, working hard. And now you get this Patreon episode, and if you like more of that, you can subscribe to this Patreon. Dollar tier is still going on, men at work.
Subscribe. It's $1. Help me feed my kids that I don't have, and so we can do more cool stuff and see if you guys like it. Anyway, enjoy.
It is so hot out. I walked 3 blocks today, and I'll tell you what, I went Roberto Duran, no mas right now.
Yeah. Dude, how do you think my car nap went today?
Yeah, dude, you this must be a terrible week for car naps.
I'm not proud of this one, but there's a very back part of my parking lot where not a lot of people go, and I drove back there and I took my shirt off and I took a nap in my car in the parking lot with my shirt off. The heat wasn't even that bad. I just knew I would sweat through my fucking J. Crew Oxford, so I had to go sleep shirtless in the parking lot.
Dude, Maddie, you're half a homeless man.
It's getting unbelievable. I got to make an appointment, dude. I need to get Freon in this car. I've just put up the good fight long enough, and it's like I didn't even get embarrassed. It has nothing to do with embarrassment yet. It's still just like I need to be convenient.
Do you feel like, though, that like you don't know what to do when you're like, oh shit, shout out, we just got a new Patreon member. So shout out to the boys coming into the Patreon. We appreciate you.
Hell yeah, dude. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah, Office Hours. If you ever want to get in on this and you want to listen to it, it's Patreon subscribers only, baby. And we still got a bunch of dollar tiers, dude. We got T from the 203 who just came in here as $1. That's my boy Trevor Harris. Shout out to my boy Trevor Harris, baby. $1 a month tiers. What's better than that?
I don't know, like watching your kids be successful, but $1 a month tier is still pretty good.
Having Freon in your car, but what I was getting back to though, before we talk about that, is I feel like I will never understand what it's like to live a wealthy life. Like I'm doing pretty good. I think 22-year-old Kyle would be like, you know what, great job, you know. I didn't think when you were making $40K coming out of college that you were ever going to get to like, you know, be able to afford a nice little place in Fishtown and stuff. Yeah. But I just feel like I'll still opt for the walking 15 blocks over an Uber.
Yeah, that's more so. I think that's less like the money sense of you and more of you being like, I'm not doing that. I don't think you even think about finances in that scenario. I think it's more of like, I'm not going to let another grown man come pick me up. I can walk 15 blocks. I think it's more that. I think it's more of a dad thing than a money thing, to be honest with you.
I'm not a dad. I've never had I'm not a dad. You talk about me like I'm a mailman, like I'm a USPS mailman where it's like I walked uphill both ways. You talk to me like you're like my high school football coach, being like, if let another man drive me, let another man drive a car and drive me around in it as a passenger. Absolutely not. I just don't think I know how to live a life of luxury. I enjoy being invited places that I do enjoy lives of luxury, but I don't know exactly. I don't think I would ever understand how to live that, how to own that, how to be that guy.
Well, I think my read on it, and what I'm saying, I think like how you are as a person, as a PA guy, as a Motco guy. Like, I think a lot of people have like a devil and an angel on their shoulders, and you have an extra, that football coach from Motco in your like left ear who's yelling at you not to get in that Uber or you're gay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my read on it.
So you think it's my gay devil on my gay high school loving football coach devil on my left shoulder? Is that what it is?
I think it's a guy that's trying to get you to the pearly gates, and step one is do not be gay about getting in the Uber. He's just trying to help you out. His methods might be questionable, however, he has your best intent in mind.
Maybe that's true, because this 96-degree heat is killing me right now. And you know what? But what I hate more is I'm a summer guy. I'm a spring and summer guy all day. You give me the warm beaches, the warm pools, sitting outside, drinking beers, seeing all the honeys and everything. Really just enjoying Really enjoying the lifestyle of like being hot and being like like enjoying things. People are already they're already calling for fall. I can't have people calling for fall in the middle of July. That's a fat boy. That's a fat boy season. I'm sorry. As a skinny fat guy, I can say that.
Dude, ding, 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 ding. You found the little fat bitch you were looking for. I cannot wait until October 25th.
Why?
Give me the fall.
We don't even get fall anymore.
Bro, there's nothing to look forward to anymore. Summer, we're at the point of summer where it's like this. This is basically like the February 3rd of winter, like where it's like there's no real holidays, there's nothing good going on, there's frost on your car, it snows incrementally, randomly. That's where we're at right now.
But you still get to drink outdoors with the boys. You still get to go to the pool. You still get to go to the beach and enjoy that. I don't want to be holed up in the house because I got seasonal depression and 4 layers on me.
Dude, I have the inverse of seasonal depression. That's why I can't relate to this. People get sad when it's too dark outside. I get sad when it's too fucking bright outside and I'm getting sunburn at the Dover Raceway that burns into my fucking enormous forehead with my backwards hat on. I can't do it anymore, dude. I'm falling apart.
But you don't, like, I've been seeing people being like, you know, people are eating apple pies. They're already talking about pumpkin spice and everything. That's crazy to me. Apple pie in 96-degree weather is insane. That can't be a thing. We can't be doing that as a society. We have to put those people in alligator Alcatraz.
No, do not bring them in alligator.
Dude, those are the people that should be in alligator Alcatraz and not the people who've been sitting here since they were 3 years old. Just not breaking the law at all.
What? So you're saying if an illegal immigrant came up to you and was like, God, I wish it was fall right now, then you'd have like a lot to think about?
I would have to be sure. I would have to Google the ICE number, but only that case. If they're eating, if they're walking up to me and they've got a spoonful of apple pie ready to go down their gullet, they left me no choice. I apologize, but they left me no choice.
Well, dude, I need it to be colder out. Call me Donald Trump because I need ice, baby. I can't do it anymore. I'm sick of it. It's ruining my life and my relationship.
What is it about it? Like, you're sleeping in your car. You don't have to do that.
What do you mean I don't have to do that, dude?
You don't have to do that.
I have to sleep in my fucking car and move on to the next segment.
Why do you have to sleep in your car? Why do you have to sleep in your car? Why do you have to sleep in your car with no air conditioning?
Because Daddy gets tired, dude. You know, dude. Come on, don't do this right now.
Good.
This is
open up these can of worms, dude. Dude, this is what we provide people. We provide people free therapy because your company won't pay for it.
I think, and by the way, I'm noticing that the sleeping in the car method is being widely adopted by Gen Zers like myself.
Yeah, well, okay. They're sleeping in a holdout closet that nobody knows where they are. They're not. Yeah, well, yeah. They're not sleeping like it's freaking Baghdad in the middle of July in their Honda CRV.
Dude, it does. I'm telling you, when I slept in the car today, I woke up and I wore jeans to work today. Lee Wrangler jeans. My calves were drenched in sweat. And speaking of the Middle East, I should start wearing like those kind of like Saudi kind of scarves. I think they cool you down somehow. I don't really know. That's a little Middle Eastern accent.
I did actually. Someone was walking around with one of those things the other day, and I was like, shout out to that lady, man. She's got no heat stroke in her game. Like, they've been doing it for so long. Like, teach us the methods. If we're going to become a hotter country, I'm going to need to know how we stay cool, how you cool off.
That's a great point. With global warming really catching up to us, we might need to turn to the Middle East to find out how they handle that arid climate.
100%. You got ice packs underneath there? That's fine. I won't snitch. Tell me your secrets.
I don't think they have ice packs underneath there, dude. I don't think that's how it goes.
Oh.
But it's good.
It got like beautiful feeling. Remember the Under Armour technology that came out, the moisture wicking one when we were like way back in the day? And they were like, dude, this is cold gear. This is hot gear. You can wear this in 110-degree heat, or you can wear this in 32-degree a chill, and you'll be fine. They lied, but like at least it gave you like that thought process in your head being like, I can do this. I can defeat the elements. Because Under Armour told me, click, clack, I think you hear us coming.
Bang, bang. I'm right around the corner.
Yeah.
Dude, how sick did you feel in that Under Armour gear when you're like a pale, skinny, fat kid growing up? Yeah. You throw that on because you're insecure about your arms underneath your basketball jersey. So with the long sleeve Under Armour, you're like, I'm basically Allen Iverson. He wears arm sleeves. Yeah. God, that shit was sick.
Yeah, the turtleneck that choked you every single time. Terrible. But you know what?
I've been doing it to this day.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell my girlfriend, I say, choke me like an Under Armour turtleneck, you bitch.
You told me you put the Under Armour before you guys have sex.
Mm. I have to, or else I can't finish. I say
put
you
the-
better cross me over.
You put the cold gear on me right now.
The cold
Yep,
gear.
cold
Yeah,
gear.
turn the temperature up and down throughout the entire session. And that's what I call making love with my girlfriend. I call it a session.
I'm tired. I'm tired of the heat, but I could take the heat more. But I would miss the seasons. I know I'd miss the seasons.
Yeah, well, that's why you can never be like a West Coast guy. It's too nice in the West
It's
Coast.
too
You need
perfect
to
out
be
there.
miserable. Yeah, you need to be miserable for like 4 months a year.
My buddy moved out to the West Coast, lost 30 pounds like an asshole.
Yeah, he's probably insufferable now. And a great guy. I think I actually know which friend you're talking about. He's a phenomenal guy. Sweet, sweet guy, him and his wife. But I mean, you're losing your edge, brother. You move to the West Coast, it's all coddled and all sugar and rainbows.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because you get hot out there because everyone else is so hot that you look at everybody else. You'd be like, oh, I can't be a swamp animal. That's East Coast stuff. I can't be, I can hide that shit. Once again, fat boy season. Allowed to say that because I'm a skinny fat guy. But fall's a fat boy season. Winter's a fat boy season. There's a reason why the people who are calling for the fall already are calling for the fall. I'm sorry to just say it out loud, but it's time you look yourself in the face. It's because you're fat. It's because it's your fat boys. You're fat boys.
Dude, what is this new dude from you? Dude?
I'm
What
not
the hell is
fat.
going on?
No, I'm right in that. Don't don't boo me. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Dude, somebody
Hannibal
you stepped on the scale for the first time in a couple weeks this morning, and it's sitting in your brain. I could feel
No,
it.
no, I actually stepped on it the other day. I went in on it and I was like 230, and I thought I was a lot worse.
Yeah, 230 is not bad.
230 is not bad. 230 is manageable.
You're an athletic 230. When I see you moving around and we're doing the pod and shit, that's a fucking quick twitch muscle fiber 230.
No, I wear it in the old stomach. That's why I can get away with the fat because I like fall too because put on the layers a little bit. Loose fitting clothes and stuff. Give me a loose fitting like t-shirt right now. But then I go on a walk and I'm pretty fast. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I have long legs.
Yeah.
I walk like a gazelle. And sometimes the wind, it knocks against my fat rotund stomach, and I look at myself in a nice Mazda Miata to the side. I look in the window, the tinted out window, and I see that my freaking chub is just rolling all over, looking like a bag of milk.
Dude, when you feel that navel rub against that fucking whatever cotton Abercrombie and Fitch uses, which by the way, dude, Abercrombie and Fitch, I've thought about this and I've thought about it deeply. Mm-hmm. It is a government Israeli psyop. And listen to me, dude. Okay. Everything Abercrombie makes is cropped and oversized. All right. And I think the government wants our men in this country to be more effeminate. So they decided to make what looks cool be like, it looks like every guy is wearing their bigger boyfriend's clothing.
Okay. I like where you're at.
Make us ladies. Baggy jeans, baggy cropped t-shirt, baggy cropped button down. They want us to look like we have boyfriends and we're borrowing their clothes.
I walk around the neighborhood. A lot of people wearing their girlfriend's clothes that are actually in the men's department. But I have a counterpoint. What if we go to war?
That's what I'm saying, dude. They want bad bitches going to war.
Oh shit! So they want us to be hot and trained killers.
Dude, I think in their mind they're like, we already control them so much. What if we'll make a lot of bad bitches go to war this time? It's gonna be World War III. It's gonna be like World War III song. It's gonna be the hottest thing on this fucking planet. It's not. That's what they want. They got us by the bizzles.
So you think the camo has always been like kind of a fashion statement. So this actually kind of, you think we're gonna be doing like camo crop tops and we're gonna be doing like camo like skinny? Are we still in the skinny jeans? I know you're the fashion guy. I'm not. I wear a short and a t-shirt.
Yeah. I think skinny jeans are out. I think you got to do like a wider leg these days. But I'm saying, dude, like it's gonna be we're all gonna look like bad bitches going to war. It's gonna be like, oh great, Sarge is serving cunt again today. Like they're coming for us. They know we don't have masculine men anymore.
But that is the perfect way to market it, though. It'd be like, do you want to be a bad bitch going off to war? Do you want to shoot a bazooka? You want to be a bad bitch shooting a bazooka?
That's what I'm saying, dude. And what does a bazooka look like? Awfully phallic.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I watched the A24 movie Warfare 2 nights ago. It's in my head.
Is it about this exact thing?
No, it's about the Iraqi war. It's just a bunch of hot jack dudes, and I watched it with my girlfriend, and I didn't like how much attention. We've never watched a movie that she pays attention to, and then we watch a movie where every dude's hot and jacked and manly, and she's locked in. I was like, you don't want to look at your phone at all? And she was like, no, I like the movie. I'm like, oh, nice, cool.
Yeah, that was Sinners the other day. Michael B. Jordan is hot. You give me 2 Michael B. Jordans, that's just, you're just You're just fighting with performance enhancers.
Yeah, I don't even know how you can put up that fight. You're a stronger man
Michael
than
B.
me.
Jordan is a vampire. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? That's hot.
It's
That's the
dude,
That's the hottest enemy, or it's the hottest monster. Dracula
dude,
is easily the hottest monster.
They made hot Jack Black Twilight. We're cooked, dude. There's no coming back from that.
We got to go off the war. What's the next war?
We have to.
Sign me up right now. I'll get in the. Who do I want to be? Do I want to be Ukraine, Russia? Do I want to be the IDF? What's the best I've got to? I don't want to be Hezbollah. I'll tell you that. What's the best one I got to survive?
I think we stay with the U.S., but we have to do like a warm-up war. Like we need like a layup line war where we fight some like obscure Eastern European country just to get kind of like the blood.
What about the Alamo? What if we go back to the Alamo?
The Alamo we lost though.
Yeah, I know. What if we do Alamo 2, The Revenge of the Alamo?
Yeah, when Anakin becomes Darth Vader. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Perhaps that's not a bad idea. I think we did do Revenge of the Alamo though. I think that's why the Alamo is such a known thing. I think.
What country?
I'm being Killer Jones.
No, what country would we need? What country would we need? What country, like a Yugoslavic country? I feel like the Estonias out there. Is the Czech part of the old Yugoslavia regime? I know that I saw something the other day where like 2 million people in the Baltics or the Yugoslavian countries, they banded together through 3 different states, which they are now. And they held hands being like, we don't want to be under Yugoslavian Soviet regime anymore. And then he turned into 3 countries. So one of those 3, like Turkmenistan, could we take Turkmenistan?
I think we could take Turkmenistan. I think that's our layup line, but I think that's to kind of get ready to fight our bigger adversary. I think Australia's been getting away with a lot of horseshit lately.
Why?
I think they're a little too cutesy. Apparently there's this like popular trend that Australians hate American people.
What?
Have you heard about this?
They're us.
Oh, yeah.
They love drinking beer. They love grilling meats. They love saying off-color jokes. They are us.
And they don't know why they're not this sick, dude. That's their issue. They're like, we're doing all the same shit and we're not this sick. We talk nuts. We have all the same amenities.
Yeah.
We stole land from indigenous people. We're doing the American playbook to a T and we're still not that sick.
They're Delco guys.
Wow, they're Delco guys. You might be onto something there.
100%. All right, fuck it. We'll take Australia because Australia, like half of it's like I think 75% of Australia is not even inhabited. It's got more like the most badass thing in Australia is not the people; it's the freaking animals down there. The crazy snakes.
That's such a bitch cop out, dude. I heard that argument too, where it's like only like the coastal region of Australia is inhabited, but like the inland of Australia, it's like, dude, you don't want to go somewhere because there's mean bugs. Okay, dude.
Yeah, that's why I think you're onto something. I think we do the mic and drill on Turkmenistan. We do some layup lines, play dilated peoples a little bit. Get really. Ooh,
3-man weave on them.
3-man weave on them a little bit. Get ready, touch the backboard because we are white. We're about to lose by 40 to Newman Goretti, but we do have a sick freaking playlist to start. 100%. And then we go and we take our talents to Australia after we take over Turkmenistan.
And Australia's they're not gonna know what happened. Because I'm telling you, dude, I keep going back to the fact that they won't take over more of their country because they're scary bucks. Can you imagine if Lewis and Clark were like, dude, we'd love to expand westward, but there are really scary scorpions.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're like, man, we'd love to go east, but the greenheads in Brigantine, New Jersey, we just can't fight.
You got bit by one when you're
right. The horse flies down in Savannah, Georgia. They got vampires down there, hot black vampires. We can't go down there. Dude, Sacagawea? My God.
Dude, Sacagawea pussies. I'm telling you. As a guy who's a survivor, as a guy who's a survivor recently of a bee sting, by the way, I'm recovering fine.
Yeah. I didn't check in on you. I apologize. I did not. I did not check in on you. I apologize.
I had to nurse myself back to health. It was unbelievable. I put a tourniquet on my calf to try to stop the blood flow to the bee sting. It was a long Sunday afternoon.
And where was the bee sting located?
It was on the bottom of my ankle and my left pinky. I'm just a man, for Christ's sake.
Just some hot guy coming through Rittenhouse in his camo gear and a bazooka, and he just shoots your leg off. It's like, here I go.
Oh my God, Queen! Did you just get stung by a bee?
God,
you're in the third industry.
You can sting me, bitch.
Okay.
We got a lot of submissions today.
Let's go. These
shout out to everybody.
Freaking listeners rule.
All right, if you want to submit ever, once again, this is the Patreon show, Office Hours. Basically, the gist of the show is that you submit a workplace situation. Do you hate your boss? Do you need a promotion? Do you hate a coworker? You'll kind of get the run of the mill what we really do here and stuff. Dude, sorry, mic unplugged. Middle of that, I was rolling too.
Yeah, you're cooking, dude.
You just got to subscribe to the Patreon to watch this, first of all. And then if you do subscribe to the Patreon, we will read your situation. You're guaranteed to get your situation read on the program. So I'll give you a layup early. I like that. I asked if you wanted to see these, and you're like, no, I want to blind react to them. I like that.
Yeah, I want to feel it.
All right, this one's an easy one. Quick here. My coworker walks around the bullpen barefoot.
My coworker walks around the bullpen barefoot.
You know what a bullpen is?
No, what is a bullpen?
Like an office,
I'm
like
thinking
a
baseball.
Yeah, I know, but we at Comcast we used to call it the bullpen. We used to call it was basically like where everybody kind of sat, and you always had those like fake walls that you couldn't see over, so it kind of separated you from everybody.
Barefoot, ew, dude.
Yeah, barefoot.
Yeah, I mean,
What do
if
you
you
do
got a
in that
guy,
situation?
well, you have a couple of options. He's walking around missing like a necessary garment. You could retaliate by walking around with a missing necessary garment on your part. And it doesn't have to be like your shirt or your pants. If you just go into the office one day without wearing underwear, he'll feel it. He'll know you're going commando. So I think that could be like a small, like kind of a silent protest.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I like, you just start bringing up his toes and like start making it awkward for him.
I would just throw tacks on the ground, not like subtle.
Yeah, hit him. Yeah,
just like
Home Alone.
Kobe, and like,
Mm.
and then like, because you don't want to like take, this isn't a Hell in the Cell match. Mankind's not playing. You don't want to just dump a bunch of tacks on the ground and stuff for him to, step on. I say you just subtly place tacks. It might not happen for the first week. It might not happen for the second week, but that third week when you hear that ow, and there's a tack going through that guy's foot, and he's got to get medical treatment, he will never walk around without shoes on ever again. And we should not be walking. Could we just have some decency, please, people? Why are we walking around without shoes on?
That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I actually had a story at work recently. A girl that's on our team told us that she was walking around with open-toed shoes, and she was in a meeting, like a big conference room, and some dude on another team just kept staring at her toes the entire time, and told her she has nice feet.
No, can't do that.
Mm-mm.
What
No,
are we
you may not.
doing?
You can't do that.
That's how
But
you end
in
up in
this situation-
HR.
No, she took me to HR, and HR was like, confirmed those are great fucking tootsies. Like, no, but that's how you get this guy back, dude. If he wants to make you uncomfortable, you have to reciprocate making him uncomfortable. Let him walk around and just be like, dude, wiggle those things for me, will you? Jesus Christ.
This guy suck on them? Let me
You
suck
mind if I
on
just
them.
get one lick?
Come on,
You would
one
like
lick.
the like that, dude, the Tootsie Pop commercial. One, a two, a three.
Be like, hey, how much licks does it take to get to the center? You know what I mean?
But
He's
then,
like,
see, you gotta
my
come in
dick?
confident.
He's like, yeah, bitch.
No, because you gotta come in confident, because you think in your head that'll be the end of it. He'll get weirded out and he'll stop. He might come back at you and be like, dude, for sure, 100%. I just clipped my toenails. You're good to go.
I
And
think you
might
gotta take
have to
one
lick
for
that guy's toes.
I think you have to take one for the team at that point.
Yeah, you have to commit to the bit.
Yeah. Damn.
So what we're saying is lick this guy's fucking toes, I guess, is what we landed on.
Lick this guy's toes, throw some thumbtacks on the ground. God, I hope his feet don't smell. That would be really rude. Like, I could do it if like your feet are like, I don't care about ugly toes. I'm not really a germaphobe and that stuff. Like, I walk around, it's no different than walking around your apartment or your house without any socks on and stuff. But like, I don't know. If you had smelly feet, that would piss me off. People not being cool in the break room and microwaving shit that shouldn't be microwaved in the microwave. You microwave some salmon in the break room, or you burn a bagel. That used to piss me off.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we just had a meeting about this recently, and our bosses had to very subtly massage, hey, please stop microwaving your old tuna. Like, this lady that I work with was making like tuna melts the night before and bringing them in and reheating in the microwave. And they're like, hey, if you're bringing in like a fish kind of sandwich, I just, try and do that at home. Maybe not microwave it. It's subtle, still obviously targeted at one person.
That was a meeting?
It was an email, and then they brought it up in passing.
Oh,
This is a shared space. Just be conscious of the things you're microwaving.
oh man. Oh God. I'll probably say this
Yeah.
is on the life of this show. I'll probably say this a million times, but man, every day I thank myself I'm not in corporate America that I have to deal with that.
Dude, you have no idea. I'm the boots on the ground. I'm trying to report from the real world.
Has it gotten worse since COVID?
Yeah.
Like, there's no shame.
Once you're like the first week, everybody was back, like kind of done teleworking. There was a lot of shame. There was almost too much shame. People were being like very weird. And then within a
I feel like
week
if
after
someone
that,
coughed, like they'd be like, "Can you please cover your mouth?" Like that would be bullshit. I feel
yeah,
like.
the coughing was nuts the first couple of weeks. But now it's just everybody is walking around. That's why you have guys that are walking around with no shoes on, because they're like, "Fuck it, I'm here. I might as well get comfy."
You're gonna
I
bring
don't
me
like
back to work. You know, I could do this job at home. We all know I could do this job at home. But if Elon wants me back, Elon's gonna get me back. He's gonna get me in the privacy
getting
of
me
my
back,
own
dude.
home, baby.
Yeah. Timmy told me there's porn on in the break room. You guys want to go check that out? It's getting bad, dude.
All right, next one. I got bit by a disabled kid that I taught 2 years ago and still had the teeth marks on my elbow. That's crazy. The jaws of life.
In my defense, I barely bit him. No, this was one of my pals who sent this one over.
Yeah.
What do you
should
do?
he be allowed to for reference? Hold on, I should say this. For reference, he's now 23 years old and 250 pounds. Should this guy be allowed to throw hands?
You can slap box. I think at that age and that size, you can slap box.
He's 23 years old. He's a freaking linebacker. That's a first round draft pick in the NFL draft. 23, 250 pounds.
Yes.
That's a big boy. And we're just talking about stature. Imagine the neck on that guy.
Oh, he's got a Joe Rogan throw it on him, dude. I know he's got a thick bad boy neck, but I'm just saying that's why you can't go straight to physical violence, because he'll kick your ass till you die to death. So you gotta enter a sanctioned game. That's why you got a slap box.
What if? Now I don't know what your buddy looks like. What's your buddy? You got your buddy's dimensions on you. You know what he's like?
Black. He's okay. Black.
Oh no, he's only
make it that way.
What part is his hands or more his head half black? Like what's the half black part of him?
Probably like his midsection. He's got like a black torso.
Okay, so he's got a black dick. Okay, he's got a black dick. He's got white hands. That's not good. That's not good in this situation, dude.
No. Very bad, actually. Yeah.
He's got pillows for fists right now. I say, I was gonna say, you can fight him, but you have to tie your strong hand behind your back.
That's pretty fair. What if you do this? And this might work. Instead of tying your strong hand behind your back, what if you can use your dominant hand to fight, and then the other one you could jingle like something sparkly in front of him? Look, dude, this is a live stream for Patreon, and then this gets edited out for the regular one. All right? This is a goof session.
Holy shit!
It's self-protection.
Do you think? I mean, again, though, like you're thinking about it, like a lot of these situations that we're gonna run into, and I feel like we're gonna have to talk about this. Is like we don't know what happened on the back end. We don't know what your buddy did. Did he say
it's always? Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Did he say like The Rock was better than John Cena?
That's a great point. We need to see the body cam footage to get like a full read on the situation.
Yeah. Did you know mentally challenged people are mostly left-handed?
Oh, I did not know that.
That's actually a serious stat data. Take that.
And I believe you. I don't believe you've never been one to freaking horse around like that. So I know you're being earnest, but I thought I had heard the opposite. Not the opposite, but I've heard that like people that are a little more intellectually inclined have left hands or are left-handed.
I think that's probably the left-handed people doing these studies. That's the marketing of the left-handed council of left-handers.
Oh, that's big left-hand propaganda. You might be right, dude.
Yeah, that's Luka. Dude. That's Luka Doncic and all those guys out there.
I thought
is Luka left-handed? I forget.
LeBron is. Jimmy Harden, LeBron. Yeah, LeBron's left-handed.
I don't think LeBron's left-handed.
He plays basketball with his right hand, but he does everything else with his left hand.
I don't care. That doesn't. I take a slap shot left-handed. Like that doesn't. Have you seen LeBron golf? He's right-handed golfing.
No, I think he plays sports with his right hand, dude. That's how dominant my king is.
That's crazy. But yeah, a lot of mentally challenged people got left hand. So if you're out there listening to this and you're left-handed, just know the tism
Didn't
is
you
going
want
for
to be
you.
left? Didn't you want to be left-handed? I always wanted to be left-handed. I thought
No,
it was so sick.
I never want to be left-handed because you know why? Then you bother everybody when you're like writing and stuff. Like that was always like my thing. Like I used to sit next to left-handed kids sometimes in school and like at a table and like you'd be like drawing in arts and crafts or you're trying to be learning cursive and shit. And they would fucking elbow you in your arm because they were on the same side as you because they were left-handed.
I know, but that's their little thing though. That's their quirk. Sure, it thugs you, but that's you're always in their head or they're always in your head. You're always thinking about them. That's nice.
Yeah, but the left-handed scissors, they're gay.
Yeah.
The only thing that's cool about being left-handed quarterbacks are the worst thing to watch on TV. The only thing that's good about being left-handed is being a reliever in the MLB. Like my buddy just had his kid and he's like literally considering stretching his left arm out more so that he can turn him into a lefty and get him a MLB contract because he's probably only gonna be like 5'10".
True. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's probably only sports that it matters if you're left-handed, but I just thought it was a sick little thing. Like my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. I'm not jealous of a single thing about this guy, but she told me he was left-handed, and I was fucking furious.
You gotta show your work on this one if you're gonna talk about left-handers like that. I think left-handing is gay. Again, I want to put that on the little graphic that like Yahoo News makes up and puts on Instagram. I think left-hand is gay. Left-handed people are gay. Kyle Pagan.
You totally disagree. I think it's a dominant thing, and I think if you are left-handed, you are blessed by the gods. And by the way, if you want to get switched to your right hand, you just need one Pfizer vaccine, and that'll just totally rewire all the hardware. That's a fact, dude. You can Google that. Ask RFK. If he's got it left hand with it right hand, it'll go left. He's gay.
There's only a couple things I know I would do left-handed, but I won't say what they are. I'm sure one of them you can think about.
This is a Christian program. Oh, fuck.
The next one. So my contract should get renewed on August 27th, but my company got a lot of issues and is currently on hiring freeze. All the juniors won't get renewed. I've been working for them for 3 years. My HR asked for a one-on-one meeting in presence. I guess that means in person. We always typically talk remotely. We never meet in person. So the fact she's asking for the specific meeting is weird. She also lives in another city. I'm pretty sure that I won't get renewed, and this is just their way of telling me. What do you guys think? Is this the only possibility?
Look, I feel for you, dude. I feel for you, bro. You're getting laid off, big dog. Dude, hey, if it makes you feel any better, it might not be your performance. It might not be anything about it. It might just be because you say things like in presence instead of in person. They might just be sick of that fucking horse shit that apparently you're doing all the time. I heard that one time, I'd be like, out, done.
Yeah, because if you're writing, if you're writing to us like you're writing in emails, I would be pretty pissed off. I'd be pissed off. And if you're doing it left-handed, I would fire your ass immediately.
You might be onto something, dude.
If you walked in here and was like, I'm a lefty and I'm saying in presence, out of here. Get the hell out of here.
But that might just be how they talk, dude. They talk from a different part of their brain, a place you've never been. They live in a part of their brain you've never been. But what I'm saying, again, going back to the major point, this guy's getting fucking fired, and I'm so sorry for it, dude. You probably have better things ahead of you.
Honestly, yeah. Bring your shit though. Make sure you bring your shit. Like, don't leave anything at home because then you're gonna to see these people again. It's not fun, or you're gonna have to pay for postage or something like that, and they're gonna make you because they're all cheaped out. Obviously, they're not doing well economically. Their bottom line doesn't look that good. So, like, you're gonna have to pay for postage. So make sure you bring everything from laptop to mouse to keyboard to maybe a pen that they gave you one time because you know those cheap fucks are gonna say, "Hey,
true.
Where's that pen that I gave you back before?" COVID that you never returned, you dickhead.
Yeah, they're coming for the pen. But and again, I'm totally feel for this guy, but I've always fantasized about the idea of getting fired and the how allowed you are to get blacked out that night seems like such a freeing feeling.
Oh yeah, 100%. That sounds awesome. Honestly, I might have told the story before about my fired experience from Comcast.
I was going to ask you. You've been fired before. What was the night?
This is the first job until I get fired. I've never not been fired since college. I've always had a job I got fired at.
Not good, dude. Not good. I might lay you off of the podcast if you keep up your horseshit.
I'm a consummate professional of getting fired. I know exactly how to get fired. Well, the first one was performance. I was in a sales job. I didn't sell one thing in an entire year. The fact that they even kept me for that long is insane. And then the second one for Comcast was COVID. Because I was a part of recruiting, which is under the marketing spectrum of the company, which is a zero-sum business. We don't make any money for the business. We just hire people. We actually cost them money. Obviously, they have to pay our salaries and the people we hire salaries. So it's not, if anyone out there is a recruiter right now, I would just say get out of there as fast as you can. You don't ever want to be a part of like a zero-sum business, because when cuts come, they typically come for the people who are not making any money. I don't care if you're an executive recruiting. I don't care if you're recruiting college kids like I were. You could recruit the best person in the world. They could make your company a bunch of fucking money. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care.
Dude, but like getting fired from Comcast during COVID, like Comcast does Wi-Fi and television, which are two of the primary things that people needed
home security.
during COVID. And
Home
you
security.
still got fired, dude. People had never needed you more.
Dude, people were cutting the cord. People were cutting the cord because they were trying to save on their bills, dude. We were only getting $2,000 from Daddy Trump. They were trying to cut down on the bills. They were cutting the cord, and they cut me because they cut the cord.
You got fired from the most needed thing during COVID. Holy
Shut the fuck up. I didn't think about it. I'm a zero-sum business. It doesn't matter.
Dude, you got laid off from Pfizer during COVID. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I was recruiting. I wasn't making the vaccine, though. I was finding the doctors. I was finding the doctors trying to save your guys' asses.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the one telling Stephen Colbert to dance with a bunch of syringes. Yeah.
I was like, what if we take this and we put it here and we add a bunch of syringes and they just do a little melody? What if they just do a little melody? What if they just do a little Les Mis blah, whatever the fuck that Les Miserables or what is it called?
Les Mis the Blob, dude.
Les Mis the Blob, Hamilton, whatever the hell.
All right.
So,
dude.
Let me tell you my story.
Let me hear. Yeah, my bad.
So we used to have this guy. His name was Pete. His name, I'll just say his first name. Good, nice guy, but we used to call him the Grim Reaper because if you saw him on the floor, someone was getting let go, and like there was a lot of turnover on my team. Again, zero-sum business. We're doing college recruiting. We also hired a bunch of shitheads. Like it's the bottom of the barrel, and so every time you saw him, it would be like, fuck, just go hide because you don't want to have that one-on-one meeting with him and everything. So we probably lose like one here. I'm there for like a year and a half. We lost like 3 or 4 people already. One day we go into his LinkedIn to see what he did before. He worked at fucking Lehman Brothers during the 2008 collapse.
Ew, dude.
So he's the Barry Bonds of like firing people.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Like this is a 2008 collapse. Lehman Brothers. He fired people and then lost his job himself. Like he is the Ayatollah of firing. Like,
yeah, he's a blue-haired woman working at a Planned Parenthood. He's totally cool with an abortion every now and then.
100%. He literally watched the life from people's eyes leave their bodies, their 401ks be nuked, their stock options be nuked because we couldn't freaking keep the banks going and stuff. So like seeing him, like every firing was just another like, here's your package, severance for a couple months, blah 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 blah.
Right. Yeah.
So we go into COVID, and I'm probably still around for like 7-8 months. Well, at this time, I'm living with technically my boss. So bear with me. This is a convoluted. I know. So my boss Jim, who actually listens to this. My buddy Jim you've met him down in Wildwood. Yeah. So like he's gonna be in my wedding. Like his future wife is officiating the wedding and stuff. So like we're tight and stuff. And I moved home with my mom, but he was like, "Hey, why don't we get an apartment together?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Blah blah blah. It didn't really matter because like when my boss transferred departments, she left the team, transferred departments, and they kind of asked me like, did I want the job? And my response to my boss at the time was like, if I'm here for another year, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, pretty upfront,
Which again, getting fired is actually some of the best feelings in the world because you do have a weight lifted. And in my case, anyway, I never had a fun job that I really liked. So getting fired was kind of always like, this sucks, but at least I can do whatever I want to do for the next 2 months. Anyway, so thank God that guy, shout out to that guy. He never got HR involved on that, even though that's probably like the number one case for getting HR involved. Telling someone that, so they knew I wasn't a prospect for the job is really what I'm getting at. So they were like, hey, my buddy's working on the team. How about they pull him? We've already got a pretty good relationship and stuff. Bang. You become the boss. You become the head of campus recruiting, I think is what we called it. I was recruiting for like Drexel co-ops and stuff. So I'm living with my boss at the time where he works upstairs. I work downstairs, cohesive synergies, all that stuff. We were getting along. We were making out like bandits. It was awesome.
Pause.
Bandits.
Making out.
Bandits. So bandits. So we get a meeting on our calendar. It's my buddy Jim, who's my boss, and then our boss's boss. And they're like, just a run of the mill, like, hey, just wanted to talk to you guys, see how the campus recruiting's going, see how the program's going, see where our numbers are and everything. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah. Can't believe I have to go on a fucking meeting. I'm already basically stealing money at this point because I'm working on 100 other things that I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
So he takes the meeting upstairs. I'm taking the meeting in the living room. All of a sudden, he pops on. All of a sudden, his boss pops on. And then out of nowhere, the Grim Reaper pops on.
Oh dear God, he rises from the dead.
And I just started laughing because it was like everything that we always talked about, like don't be the one to get caught by the Grim Reaper, is like what just happened. So my boss's boss told my buddy Jim, be like, you can leave. My buddy Jim had no idea that I was getting fired.
I was gonna say, did he know? But I guess he'd have to let you know.
And trust me, I fucking grilled his ass. I was like, did you know about this? That's the only thing I want to know. Did you know about this?
Yeah.
And so it's like, go ahead.
I would say you're looking for like that Godfather moment where it's like you fucking I loved you or something. And you went to kiss him while you're up in his room.
It's like I loved you, Frito. And so like it goes by, I get fired, severance package. You're doing this, you're doing that. I'm just kind of like sitting on the couch, and he just comes out of his room. He goes, I had no idea. I was like, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
Were you for real mad?
No, I wasn't mad. I literally called my mom, and the first thing I did was call my mom, which looking back on it is like the gayest thing of all time. But I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, I just got fired," and she was so scared for me. It's like, Mom, I got 2 months of severance, baby. That's the best part. Is that 2 months of severance, that fun employment, is some of the best times I've ever had. I met my fiance literally that weekend.
That was gonna be my question. I've never been a part of a severance package. Like, is it in your head? You're like, all right, 2 weeks. It's having fun guy time. Is that like kind of what's in your head?
Months.
But I'm saying, I mean, at some point you have to look for a job, but you got to budget out like 2 weeks to be like, I'm fucking goofing off.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, I mean, you had, I mean, I lived a great, it was right around Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I think there was a little bit of like you got to buy Christmas presents and stuff for your friends and stuff. And, seeing but like, no, I mean, severance is the way to go. Like, I would say it didn't really kick in until like a month and a half. Like when I was like staring down the barrel of like the last paycheck in a couple of weeks, I was like, all right, we should probably get my shit together. But I was in another situation because I was doing what I do now. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go bartend. I'll get on government cheese. I'll get on health insurance. I'll get on like government health insurance and stuff. I'll bartend. And then we'll call it. We'll figure it out until someone picks me up.
That's what I'm saying. You pigged out on the sev, dude. If I had 2 months of severance, I'd enjoy a week and then I'd go full anxiety. I'd be like, I have to find something quick. You waiting till the last 2 weeks you had left I don't know how you could do it.
I knew I was going to be a bartender. That was my life, dude. That was my calling. That's the only job post college I haven't gotten fired from.
They don't fire bartenders. I think that's
illegal. I know, but that's the thing. Look at me. I'm gaming the system.
Damn, you really might be. You might be your own government psyop. This is crazy. I can't believe you're living off government cheddar and a fucking bartending job.
All right, now listen, looking back on it, were there some sleepless nights? Were there some sad days? Yes, there were. Okay. There were some pretty bad, dark days. Okay. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Worked hard to get where I got, but I'm just saying I don't recommend anybody walk into their boss's office and be like, give me 2 months of severance, bitch. I'm out of here. Okay.
Listen to this heel turn, dude. 13 seconds ago, you're like, severance is the way to go, dude.
Severance is the way to go. I'm telling you though.
People, you just told people get fired and you will meet a fucking fiance. That was your initial advice, dude. That's crazy.
Dude, it's better than half the advice people are giving on the internet nowadays. Like the people on the internet are like, all it is just like one Jew versus 20 racist people. Like that's what the internet is now. It's like 20 midgets versus 165 guy. And they just like debate and they just fight.
You had your own jubilee. It was one bartender versus 20 drunk patrons at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. And we're all talking about the same shit.
One unemployed guy versus 20 bills. That was me, dude.
Damn, and you came out. Look at you, dude. You came out on top.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes of corporate America. Still unhappy.
Comcast ashes. God, that's too good.
Oh, man. You've probably never been fired. You're a good old corporate boy.
Yeah, for all my my aloofness that I might protrude, I'm a giant pussy. I couldn't imagine if I got even close to getting fired, I would be the best employee of all time because I can just turn it up.
Yeah, that's a good quality though, to make yourself look like more important than you really might be. Like little brown nose in a little bit. Sometimes you got a brown nose.
Not even a brown nose. My only skill is I know when I'm going to get fired.
the only good skill I have at corporate America is I know when I'm close to getting fired.
That might be what it is because in every relationship I've been in, I've been broken up with. So I think I've gotten used to feeling when things are on the ropes and I need to find out an exit plan.
See, that's yours. That's your getting fired. Because I've always broken up with girls.
Yeah,
I got my heart ripped out in high school, and I just went nuclear, being like, never again. No. Burn a CD, Coldplay, George Strait, little Frey, Jason Mraz, little How to Save a Life.
Oh, that's a tough one, dude. That one got me, bro. Dude, being broken up with in high school is what started my Drake fandom. I got dumped and cheated on within like a month of Hotline Bling coming out. He's my guy for life, dude. I knew when I said, you're hanging out with friends I've never seen before, Shawty.
Dude, that's so funny because like I actually broke up with a girl when Hotline Bling came up, and my warped brain made it like sound like I was like blaming her during Hotline Bling, and I remember that. You're hanging out with girls I'd never seen. You're hanging out with girls I've never seen before. Like every time you just hit that note.
And the worst part is my hotline never blinked. She did not call me a single time after she.
No, I would call her. I would get drunk and call her.
That's a beast move. That's a power move.
Yeah. Oh, we went on and off for three times. It was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's how it is.
This one starts with, is my coworker racist? This might be our last one. We only got about 12, 15 minutes left.
All right,
I'm a 23 male and have been thinking about this weird interaction I had with my coworker. So one night I was taking her home because she didn't have a ride. Anyway, I like listening to Mexican music because not only is it my favorite genre of music, it also helps me get through the day and keeps me going. She asked what I'm listening to, and I told her it's Mexican music. And she just replies, why? I say, because it's my favorite music. She replies, you're not Mexican. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm black. Okay. So I say, I don't have to be Mexican to listen to Mexican music. That's like me saying you have to be black to listen to rap music. That's fair. That's a fair rebuttal.
I disagree, but
okay.
Go ahead.
Maybe I didn't read that right then. She says, whatever. So I just turned my music in my car back up for obvious reasons because I'm listening to music I like. Also, she's white and has a fling. Also,
Dude, I can't imagine somebody telling you they don't like your music and you go whatever and you turn it back up and it's like fine if you're gonna be a bitch.
if you're gonna be a bitch, I've got Daddy Yankee queued up for the next 17 songs. All right. I hope you like every Gasolina remix ever created.
He's like, hold on, this is my favorite part. And it's just like 3 Guatemalan dudes in a mariachi band. She's like, can you just drop me off here? That's fine. I'll walk.
I mean, that's what you do. You hire a mariachi band to work.
You have to.
We haven't asked about. He hasn't asked about what. He hasn't asked a question yet. But I think the answer might just be. It might just be you hire a mariachi band to work, to hire to the break room and just ruin this girl's lunch. Also, she's white and has a fling or whatever with a black dude and uses the N-word loosely. Oof, that's a tough one. I just keep my distance, but anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Is my coworker racist? What does she think about the Sydney Sweeney new ad for the jeans? Where's she fall on that?
Yeah, that's a great point. Keep track of what she wears.
Pull up a picture of Colin Kaepernick kneeling and just document what her first reaction to the picture is.
Maybe kneel in the break room and see what she does.
Yes, but
play like you're gonna tie her shoe.
Play the national anthem on the PA system, and then kneel and see what see what the first thing she says to you.
There's so many. I mean, like,
ask her if OJ did anything. Ask her. Did what? Ask her. Yeah. It's like, of course he did. Of course he robbed those guys in the hotel room who stole his memorabilia. I was like, damn it, we didn't get her. We didn't get her on this one.
No, she's slippery, dude. I'm gonna tell you. Look, the Sydney Sweeney thing might be right because you got to keep track of what kind of jeans she's wearing it. If she's wearing the American Eagle, you have your answer. But if she's wearing Levi's, the spokesperson is Beyonce. It gets a little more complicated.
What if she's wearing like Hollister or Aeropostale?
Dude, what if she walks in with like a wife beater and baggy jean shorts and a do-rag and then just throws this guy for a loop? She comes in with like...
Then she probably gets to go... She probably gets to enlist, right? And go to war?
Well, he almost got his answer because he said that in the car that the thing about like if you're black, that's like if you're saying like you can't listen to rap music because you're white. And if she was like, "Oh, I don't listen to rap music because I hate those guys," so you might have just had if she didn't respond to that, you're gonna have to dig a lot deeper than you would have anticipated.
Yeah. You can't be telling people at the work. You can't be telling people at the construction site or the warehouse or the office that you work in that she's a racist until you figure out these. I think we gave you perfect advice right there. I think we get like you have so many chambers in the bullet, so many bullets in the chamber right there to decide to just put a. There's like a picture of her and her boyfriend, and you're working like in an office setting, and it's like in a picture frame. Replace it with a picture of Colin Kaepernick. No, you know what? No, replace it with a picture of John Thomas and that guy from the 1968 Olympics with their hands up, and see if she even notices. Their fists up, and see if she even notices.
Dude, there's so many ways. First of all, I mean, you already have this lady loosely uses the N-word. That should serve a lot of evidence for you, brother.
But black boyfriend. Like, are you allowed to get the N-word pass from the black boyfriend?
It depends. If he's an anime black boyfriend, I don't think he has it available to offer people.
I think you're right. What if he's like a Golden State Warriors? I love NBA on TNT black boyfriend.
That's still kind of an anime boyfriend. You got to be careful.
What if he's an Atlanta Hawks fan?
He can give you the pass for sure. He can absolutely give you the pass.
Lakers?
Yeah. No. That goes back to the Mexican. That's the Mexican guy listening to the music. That's the Lakers fan. That's it. That might be more for him, dude.
Oh.
The Latino population who loves our Los Angeles Lakers, that goes back to them. But yeah, I mean, this lady is 100% a psychotic racist, and she's like racist in the fact that like her dad definitely is, and she wants to bang a black dude so bad, hence the black boyfriend. But she still holds all that kind of like she can't assign the vitriol in her heart anywhere. So she does it by listening to like, well, I can't be directly racist to black guys, so the next best thing is Mexicans. And that's where she landed. That's why she does not like the music.
Got it. That's fair. That's a good a good philosophical answer. I just want to know where in her life, what was the event in her life being like, if you're not Polish, you can't listen to polka music. Like, I just want to know where that, like, what's the intersection of that? Like, where do you find yourself and be like, hey, listen, dude, you're listening
When do you
to
think people
favela? You're not Brazilian.
Well, yeah, that
Flamenco?
part is nuts. And as a black dude listening to strictly Mexican music, that does seem kind of nuts. If you don't speak Spanish, and I mean this in a totally non-racist way,
yeah, that's fair.
Like, you're effectively listening to gibberish. In the same way, if a Hispanic person was listening to an American song and they didn't speak English, it'd be like, well, you're just listening to noises out of somebody's mouth.
What if it's Bad Bunny though? I know he's Puerto Rican, but like, he's also Spanish speaking. Like, what if she's just like, this is Mexican music? It's like, it's actually just Bad Bunny.
True, that probably is what it is.
It probably is that.
I think
he's Puerto Rican. Yeah, but like,
careful. Get careful.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of people, not me, would throw Daddy Yankee and Bad Bunny in the same stratosphere.
I think that's fair, but
yeah.
I mean, that's what we got to find out. If it's like traditional Mexican music, which I've heard, like a lot of the bros bop, and it's got a nice beat, it's got a nice rhythm to it. I can understand.
Peso Pluma, awesome. Don't understand
there's some bangers out there.
Jack shit, but awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude. But I mean,
there's another woman. There's another woman who's like huge in like Brazil. Don't understand a word of it, a lick of it. Like Nada or something like that. I forget what her name is. Millions of followers on Instagram. Hot.
Yeah.
But don't understand any of it. But
no, they're bangers. I totally sympathize. I mean, but it would be funny if he was listening to like Pitbull, who was speaking perfect English.
True.
He was like, "Can you turn this Mexican horse shit off?" And he's like, "What are you even talking about?"
Yeah.
This is
what is Mr. 305? What does that translate to? Mr. 305. Damn.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think this is a pretty overtly angry, racist woman, and
No. I'm not ready to put my thumb down on this woman. Well, again, we don't know the other side. I think you have to use a hypothesis. You have to do exactly what we told you, and just see your reaction to Colin Kaepernick kneeling. A picture of that. Or taking those two guys raising their fists from the 1968 Olympics and putting it in where her boyfriend used to be.
No, I agree. And she might show you like the 1941 Olympics and be like, that Hitler guy was not
100%. Yeah, and then you cast a spell back to her and you show her a picture of Jesse Owens running the 100-yard dash.
Yeah. Is that not beautiful American stuff? That's a beautiful American right there, an African American gentleman.
I mean, we are dueling wizards right now.
You gotta, dude, ask which college football team her dad follows, and that'll tell you everything you need to know.
True. If it's Vanderbilt, racist. UCLA, racist. If it's USC,
then you might get into the weeds.
If it's USC,
like a South Carolina,
USC, she is just a good old Christian girl. If it's Ole Miss, if it's Ole Miss, oh my God,
dude, she's an Ole Miss. She's an old racist miss. I think we're giving her too much credit, dude.
She is. If it's Ole Miss, you've got an issue. You've got an HR issue on your hand.
Yeah, no, you're not coming back from it.
We got time for one more.
Yeah, still.
Coworker in the same apartment complex wants a ride. My coworker just moved into the same apartment complex where I live in. That's awful. My fiance's good friend almost moved into the same building we are, and I just blatantly was like, "Thank God, she did it." It's crazy. I would never want to live anywhere that my buddies are in the same complex. She lives quite a ways away, but still in walking distance from me. Last week, Thursday, how big is this fucking complex? Last week, Thursday, I was walking to my vehicle and I hear my name being screamed many times through the air. It was my coworker from her balcony. She was yelling something else that I couldn't quite hear, but I was leaving for work and didn't have time to stop by. She was needing a ride to work. Okay, so you dodged a bullet there. That Friday, she screamed my name again as she was walking towards me. Now she's just waiting for you to get out.
Yes.
That's crazy.
She's timing. She knows when you come out. She's sitting already ready like an hour before.
Oh, 100%. She wakes up early.
Yeah.
And just watches you from the window. Watches that door open. From her apartment, yelling that she needed a ride to work. I told her that I could bring her, but I couldn't bring her home. And I won't be able to bring her this week. I set the tone. I like that. Honestly, I'm not comfortable at all with her just showing up to my vehicle and expecting a ride, nor screaming my name from afar. It's not a proper way to act. She was getting a ride from a coworker, but they got into a tiff. Shocking.
Okay.
Her supervisor has offered to pick her up before. I've been thinking today that this is going to happen again tomorrow, and I'm sorry to say, but even if I'm headed straight to work, I won't be giving her a ride. I'm a loner, and I like being by myself on the ride to work. I do too. I'm 100% in this guy. This guy is 100% right. I don't think anyone out there listening is like think that's like a crazy thing to say, but this guy is 100% in the right. There is nothing better. Even when I'm riding with my fiance, I'm like, damn, I could really crush a podcast right now, or I could really crush like my music right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, as a guy who I give my coworker rides home all the time, dude. A lot of times we'll finish. Yeah, my coworker will ask for a ride home. We'll like finish recording a podcast, and then my coworker's always like, "Hey."
Fuck you, dude. I walked right into that one. That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, I was excited.
Oh, you had me hook, line, and sinker. You had me.
And there's nothing wrong, dude. Sometimes those rides are the nicest times of your friendship, dude. Sometimes you got to give your coworker a ride.
Yeah, because half the time I'm filling you in on shit. I'm like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do that. What do you think about this? Do you think we're doing this right? Blah 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 blah. And it's just me talking the entire time. It's Matt just being like, yeah. And then but it's not fair because I'm the worst person to ride with. And we've talked about it on the podcast before. I'm just
you drive like a beautiful woman. It goes back to my theory that you live like a hot woman. You also drive like a hot woman, and it's unbelievable, dude.
No, dude, hot women do not obey the law. Hot women are the worst drivers of all time. You get a hot woman in a white Volkswagen, scariest person. Or the silver Volkswagen Golfs back in the day. Yeah. So many hot women drove that. That was the worst. That was the scariest place in the world. I had an ex-girlfriend that drove one of those. Scariest person in the world to drive with.
Humble brag calling your ex hot, but the minute hot women find out about hydraulics, we are fucked as a society. They're gonna
the minute that last guy's coworker starts pulling up.
Bro, wait, this is full circle. Dude. You don't want them to drive with you. Get hydraulics and play fucking Mexican music when they get in the car. I guarantee they'll never ever ride again. Oh, dude, what if this is the coworker? This is the POV of the other person, the lady getting in the cars.
That would be all time. Could you imagine like your belly full of like, I don't know, eggs, and you're getting in the you don't eat eggs for breakfast? What are you doing? What are you looking at me like that for? Could you imagine your belly full of eggs and your coworker is like, I just had to get some improvements to the car over the weekend, and all of a sudden he's just going, and your stomach is just absolutely in knots.
A beast move, dude.
That would be a beast.
Dude, you're getting in the car. You just had your belly full of eggs. You got a hot cup of coffee. You put your first Zin in of the day. You're about to shit your pants, and you just see a bouncing vehicle go up. You're like, I'm not man enough for this. I'm not this guy.
And the guy doesn't tell you that's going to bounce, and your coffee is actually a little bit open, so it spills all over you. Like, it's like, at that point, that's just the sacrifices you got to make sure this person never, ever, ever drives you. Dude, I know it's tough out there for a pimp nowadays and stuff, but people, find your own transportation. This goes back to everything. Not now, but back in the day, dude, I would never ask for a ride home. I'd rather take a bus. I'd rather take the subway. I never like putting people out.
I'm the same way. I can't ask for a ride. I feel so deeply uncomfortable asking for one.
Well, not anymore. I've grown out of that.
Yeah, I know.
You got anything else before we pull it?
No, that was actually I think that's a nice little capper for the.
Yeah, we actually had a couple. We actually had a couple more, so we'll save them for next week.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice. Well, hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll save this for the end of the pod. This is actually going to come out during the week. I'm going to be down at the beach, so we're not going to be able to record this weekend. So I apologize, but I hope you get a little taste of the Patreon, and I hope you consider subscribing. Like I said, we got $1 tiers still left for the first 50 people that subscribe. I think we got like 40 some left. $5 tiers, which are pretty manageable for a lot of people, those with cars. And we'll just be back next week with a couple more. Keep sending in your submissions. Men at Pod, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Email us, menatpodcast@gmail.com. Text us. There's a phone number. I don't know it right now off the top of my head, but there's a phone number in the description of this on the YouTube and on our regular episodes. And then just tune into the show and leave a comment for us so we can start interacting with you boys and helps make the algorithm purr. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Take it easy. Anything you want to say, Matt? I'm sorry.
No, the $1 tier is the pay Vito tier. The $5 tier is now the get Freon in my car tier. So help a brother out, dude, for the love of Christ. I'm sleeping shirtless in my car. Help.
We'll talk to you.